But unlike most kids with a disability, my mom asked me what I wanted to be when I grow up.
74% of individuals with a disability are unemployed, and we can change that. There are over 156,000 individuals in Charlotte with a disability. Additionally, there are 16,000 veterans with a disability.
I'm Lindsay Hauser, and I started Avocations 5 years ago. We are a nationally accredited federal employment network that helps businesses connect, hire, train, and retain good workers with disabilities, including veterans. We work with people with invisible disabilities. That's our specialty. Autism, epilepsy, mental health challenges.
And I'm Jessica Kilcullen. I joined your team 2 years ago.
Since then, we've helped 256 people get good jobs in the Charlotte area alone. They've earned more than $4 million in income and decreased their reliance on public assistance. We've worked with large companies like Lowe's to develop corporate hiring programs that enable them to seamlessly integrate people with disabilities into their workforce. But we can do better. People with disabilities are trapped in poverty. We have a revolving system of service that offers charity and handouts rather than sustainable solutions. It's time we redefine equal opportunity employment. It's time we give less and get more.
It's time we make it work. As the Executive Director of Make It Work, a nonprofit, we are excited to offer a hand up, not a handout, to the #1 barrier to employment, transportation.
But Jessica, what do we know about transportation?
That's right, we really don't. That's why we've aligned with our strategic partners, Nissan and Enterprise. Together, we will come up with alternative commuting options that are good for the environment and allows you to be charitable on your daily drives.
Nissan will donate fully electric vehicles to help people get to work.
Enterprise has a carpooling and vanpooling system that will allow us to match riders with drivers,
making your dreaded commute charitable time well spent.
We will establish a strategically located transportation resource center. We will market our services to local human service agencies, and we will establish a streamlined referral process. Each referral will meet with our staff to identify their transportation barriers. We will look at options available and develop an individualized transportation plan so they can get to work.
Make It Work will work with employment service providers like Avocations to ensure employment opportunities are not missed because of transportation needs.
Right. So for example, we have Crystal. She's a veteran with a disability, and she takes medication that does not allow her to drive. She relies on special transportation services, and like the cable guy, they give her a 3-hour window of when they're going to show up to give her a ride.
As a business, would you hire somebody if they're punctual, give or take 3 hours?
Probably not. So by utilizing our Transportation Resource Center, meeting with our staff, she will develop an individualized transportation plan that will give her 2 new commuting options. First, we will pair her with a bus buddy. Somewhere, there's a bus buddy around. And they'll help her navigate efficient bus routes. Second, we'll get her linked with Enterprise's rideshare system that will allow us to match her with a driver that rides a similar ride on their daily commute, and they can split their ride. With the addition of our Transportation Resource Center, each strategic partner will operate in their area of expertise, carrying on business as usual.
Charlotte businesses can expand their diversity and inclusion efforts.
Enterprise will pick you up.
And best of all, people with disabilities, including veterans, will gain employment in our community.
We are all set to launch in January 2014. We've already identified grants through the CAT system to help jumpstart our program. We also can bring in revenue through business-sponsored wrapping of vehicles. If you'd like to get involved, you can give us a donation to help sponsor a ride or sign up to be one of our rideshare mentors so you can split your ride.
My mom believes in my future. We can all be an advocate. Change doesn't happen in a moment. It happens in a movement. I hope you join us and believe everyone can work.
You guys are awesome. You guys were the best hand movements. So suppose I want to be an enterprise rideshare partner, right? So for your clients,
I'm holding you to that.
well, suppose I want to, right? Do I need to be specially equipped so I can go wheelchair and that kind of stuff? We talk about that.
Right, great question. So actually only 5% of individuals with a disability are in wheelchairs, so that's really a small population. So the majority of individuals we're working with look like you or I, and they have mental health challenges mostly. So no, you don't have to have a special car with wheelchair accessibility. However, we can help individuals in wheelchairs, and we are able to get that equipment if needed.
So anybody, any car.
Anybody, any car.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Super. Well done, ladies.
Thank you.
Nice job.